It's Tuesday. It's Title Tuesday. A lot of the top players are here. Magnus, Akaro, Nepo, Faruja, Nico. Oh, Nico Theodorou has a very high rating. Wow. Not seeing Fabiano. I just see Levan Aronian, who's in the midst of US championships. Does he have a bye today? Maybe? Oh yeah, Levan has a bye today. Maybe he'll play both Title Tuesdays. So tournament starts now in 10 seconds. So chat will be in emote only mode during gameplay. And here we go. First game. I'll play d4. I'll go for London. I'll go for g4. Fun Gambit. I first discovered this back a long time ago. G3 is an acceptable move. And there's some e4 idea, but probably not here. Wow, bishop a6. Queen d2 looks playable. Knight d5, maybe e4. I like the position. e4, e4, d5, e5, knight e4. Maybe I can just castle here. Knight b4 is a weird move. Should be okay though. Probably should not have allowed that. What to do? Knight h4.
Currently in bed with the flu, so thanks for the relaxing stream. Good luck in TT.
I'm sorry to hear that. Hope you get better. The UK's in. G4. And Queen D3. If Knight G3, I play Knight G5, threatening the knight, the bishop, and checkmate. Knight G5 might be coming regardless. Attacking the bishop, threatening mate. Knight D6 does defend the bishop. So Knight G5. Not winning anything. I think I still go for this though. Trade. Could take first here. The knight endgame. And the structure is better for white. I'm down a bit of time. Some idea of getting the king to g5. I messed this up. What to do? My mouse just stopped working too. Like everything just glitched there. I was losing, but it's not it's not good. A good omen. Um did the stream freeze too? Tough game. I was trying to grind down the ending and keep hope alive, and then I think I overpushed. Oh, it didn't freeze. So what happened? Everything like froze on my end. I didn't drop any frames.
Hey there from Rome.
Hey, welcome back, CDR Siri. Happy 38 months at tier 2. Trisplitz, welcome back. Welcome back, Shawarma, who has a bit challenge. Win with the Stafford for 1k bits. I could try. I've already gambited my first game. Yeah, I was not seeing things that well this game. Like missing 94. Originally, I wanted to play this, which I probably should have played. I wasn't sure about this. But I have f3. This should be fine for white. Knight h5 is there. Okay, engine likes taking. It is a weird position to like fully understand. I have to sneeze. Okay. This game was something to sneeze at. Yeah, maybe a Stafford Gambit will help me untilt. Okay, there's one game going this round. And everything keeps freezing for me. This is not good. To like move the mouse. Okay, we have a thing. Did the mic freeze too? On the break, I might restart my computer. If this keeps happening. Yeah, white's getting some attack. H6. Okay, hopefully things are back to normal. Wow. If I take... Take again. I'm trying to understand white's point. Bishop e4. Bishop e4, rook e8. White sacked both knights. I think the best white can hope for is some perpetual, which I don't think is going to happen. The king can escape. Takes, I take with queen. Put the queen on g7. Bishop d5, I probably take with pawn. If I play f5, bishop g5 is unpleasant. Although maybe I sack the queen. I would have 4 minor pieces for a queen. There's bishop h6. And this still looks pretty good. Hopefully I'm not missing anything super clear for white. The intention is to run and hide. h4 might be played. I think with h4, I start running, takes, and then f5. It's not over. I have queen h8. How to defend? Bishop f8. It is very passive, but as long as I don't get mated. That's clever. Yeah, my rook's trapped. Bishop h3, take, up and knight. Okay, here I'm up 2 pieces. Okay. Yeah, I basically just took the free pieces and then survived the scheme. And thankfully the glitching didn't happen this game. So I'll keep an eye. If it continues not to happen, then maybe I won't need to restart my computer. Move 10 or 11. Did I miss a free knight? Yeah, if I take, there's takes. Maybe I should have considered this, but I think the problem is my queen is aligned with the bishop here. So if I take back, there's takes. And then, yeah, here, oh, here maybe I could have played this. But still weird. Because if takes, I take with knight, but white has knight takes c4 again. Hitting my queen and exploiting the fact that my knight's going to be taken and there's a pin and still an attack. So I don't think queen g5 ever works. And then move 19, knight f3. Oh, knight f6. Knight f6 runs into queen g5. And then unfortunately, black's getting mated here. It's very close to, oh wow, this is a draw. After rook e8. I was going to say, I was close to playing f5. I rejected this because after takes, there's bishop h6, and I didn't see a clear solution. But I have 97. And this would have been the line, like let's say takes. Black has 4 minor pieces for queen. Oh, but there's queen g5. Wait, so how do I avoid that? Ah, I have to play bishop e7 here. Which makes sense. Okay. Yeah, messy game. Opponent threw the kitchen sink at me. This is winning for white. But white should not have sacked the second knight. White should have played this move. Which is still kind of hard to judge. Like f5. I guess after f5 takes, I can't take the knight because I get mated. So what did I do wrong? e4, knight c7 best move. Ah, with knight c7, I'm threatening to take, and white doesn't have the same move. Because knight c4 doesn't hit the knight on b6. Yeah, it's a very like small nuance that's it's hard to figure out in a blitz game. Knight b6 is usually more natural. And even here, knight h7. Yeah, definitely still dangerous. I wonder if my opponent was prepared for this. Like they played so quickly in the opening. Like this may have been all prep. This is such a natural line, especially after like bishop b4, b5. We all played the most natural moves. It's a nice opening discovery. So I think I would re-enter this line again. I just have to know knight c7. Okay, one game going. No, this is a game from the previous round. Okay, so a couple games going this round. This is a draw. And this is... I'm missing something. Was rook h2 a move there? Why not rook h2? Yeah, black is still winning though. Okay. Okay, so final game. This should end soon, probably by 50 move rule. Yep, okay. So I'm 1 out of 2. Moving on. I'll play d4. I'll try and be solid with white and aggressive with black. Still have to fulfill the Stafford Gambit challenge. Oh, I'm facing the cow. Interesting. Yeah, usually against a cow, I like to push the h-pawn, harass a knight. Bishop h4. I guess b4 is actually a threat here. A queen d2 maybe. It's my idea to play knight d5. Or just this. There's another idea to play bishop f4, g4, g5. Yeah, g4, g5 looks nice. As black has knight b5 though. I think it's okay. Like allowing one of these knight checks. Probably just take it. Now if I play g5, get the rook involved. I keep the queen pinning the pawn, also supporting g5. Hmm. I mean, this should be good. I am losing h5, but then I have knight g6. Rook's also hanging. Bishop's hanging too. Black does have some initiative. I want to take and play rook g7. I think this is the safest. Just threatening rook g7. No mercy. Okay. The cow has been ground down. Pleasant game. I mean, slightly better out of the opening. Got the kingside attack. Yeah, maybe Black should have played this move sooner just to slow down g5. Like knight h7, rook g1, f6. But, okay, back on track. 2 out of 3. Back over 2,700. Yeah, I don't play against the cow too often. I haven't played the cow myself in a while. So the one and only time I did the cow every game in Title Tuesday, it actually went pretty well. I scored 6.5. It was such an opening. Usually against the cow, yeah, when the knight comes here early, then this is a very effective idea. Sometimes I like the pawn on g3 too, but in this case the bishop was on g3. Was the queen hanging? At what moment? There was a moment where I did allow this move, where I would lose a queen. I guess in this position I could say, oh no, my queen. But after takes, it's checkmate.
Hello from Prague.
Hello, no fool. Happy 32 months. I was in Prague many years ago. Nice city. Yeah, when Black played Queen 8, they were still probably trying to set this up, but yeah, we just got too much attack. Already too much material, too. Okay, so a lot of the game's still going.
I lie the way your attack took away his imitative.
Amen. Thank you, Adventures in Crypto. Ooh. King and Rook versus King and Queen. That's a fork. I just want to find an interesting game. This looks interesting. Oh, this is going to be another rook versus queen. Rook h1 coming. Yeah, this is very hard to defend. It's objectively losing for white, especially in this time format. Wait, is this... No, it's not a draw. There are like weird cases where white can keep giving checks. Okay, lots of games wrapping up. One game left. King Rook versus King Rook. So I will likely be back next game. I'm having conflicting thoughts about whether or not to play the Stafford. Because there's a 1k bit challenge. But I want to do well in the tournament too. So which side is playing for the win? Also, how many moves has it been? Wow, white was maybe winning at some point, but maybe not. So move 94, so 7 more moves. Okay. Next game. Yeah, round 4 incoming. I'm white again. I'm deciding that against lower rated opponents, I'm playing just standard London, but against higher rated, I'll play e4. Try and be more combative. Debating what to do here. There's c4. I'll stick with the main line. Trying to remember the theory here. I'm pretty sure e4 is a move, but is there a way to deviate? Knight b3. Let's try knight b3. Maybe take and bishop b5 coming. This move is played partly to avoid theory. Might be slightly worse for white, but maybe playable. Knight d4. Material's equal. I did concede the bishop pair. This might be slightly unpleasant. I do have queen d3 though. Yeah, maybe I can get a positional game. I sack the exchange. F3 first. Not sure what to do here. I'll try this. It's a pawn sacrifice. Oh, no, it's not good. Take 6 takes. Just this. E5, knight f3. I was really not sure what to do. Knight c3, rook d2 takes. I take knight a5. Okay. Oh man. That game took so much work. Endgame grind. I was probably worse at some point. Like this endgame. I'm down the pawn. Black's defending c2. But somehow their king got too far away. My knight was hopping around. h6 fell. I got the breakthrough. But it was still tricky to convert. I wanted to play this, but then I wasn't sure about this. With e4 coming. I've not played the Stafford yet. There's been no chances. Last 2 games I was white, so we have a break. 3 out of 4. 3 wins in a row. I'll probably play up next game. Okay, we are officially on break. So, I think I'm going to take a break myself. Yeah, the goal is to go 10 out of 11. Maybe have a few Stafford Gambit wins. We'll see. I think it's likely I'll play the second Tilo Tuesday too. So anyway, yeah, I'll be back momentarily. Stay tuned. Is Kramnik following my eye movement? I think Kramnik has better things to do. Like follow other people's eye movements. But he's welcome to follow my heart rate. I do have an eye tracker. Maybe I could play... Maybe I should like try using the eye tracker. I used it like a couple times a few years ago, and people really didn't like it because there's just like a random blob moving around the screen. That's kind of hard. It's like interesting for the first few seconds, but then it's hard to actually see like what's happening in the game with the blob flying around. Play a blindfold game with eye tracker. Now that's novel content. There was a chess.com event. It was like the 2018 or 2019 Pro Chess League. And they did have eye trackers set up for the players. It was like occasionally interesting. Like they would show it on the broadcast and kind of compare where the players were looking at on the chessboard. So I think there's definitely potential to integrate it. Make sure my sound is working. Get a brain implant so we can see your thoughts. We're probably not too far away from that. Maybe give another like 5-10 years. And for the time being, you'll just have to hear my thoughts through my voice. How accurate the tracker is. The eye tracker is pretty accurate. Unless I unfocus my eyes. Or what's that thing that people do, like cross-eyed? I don't think I'm capable of doing that. Oh, I'm playing Matlakov. Okay, let's focus here. Do I go for Stafford Gambit? I forget what Matlakov plays. D4. No Stafford Gambit. Okay. It's a Torre. I think H5 is a move. I haven't played this in a while. It's good he's slowing down. And the idea is to trap the bishop. Like H3 might be necessary, and then G5 here takes. Just trapping the bishop. Bishop E2 is coming. F3 comes. Makes some sense. Takes, takes, takes. E4 might be coming. Not liking my position. At least I unleash this bishop. E5 maybe take an F5. Knight's also useful here in over-defending G5. Messed up. Wait, that's not a fork. We had the same blind spot. I thought I was losing my queen, but that wasn't check. We had the exact same blind spot. That's insane. I was ready to resign. I have 2 seconds left, but I'm up a queen. Wow. That was like the weirdest finish to a game I've had in recent memory. Like, what just happened there? Like, we were both envisioning my king was on g7, where this tactic would actually work. It would be a quadruple fork. And when queen takes f4 was played, I just trusted my strong opponent that like it works for white. And the king was on g7 several moves ago. But yeah, queen f4 doesn't work at all. That's really funny. And that would be a nasty tactic if the king were here, takes, and then quadruple fork all the major pieces along with the king. How many people watching were like confused in this moment? Was queen takes f4 a mouse slip? Yeah, maybe it was. Maybe queen f3 was intended to be played. My opponent just didn't have, or wasn't having the same blind spot I had. But it's true. No, that's very true. Knight c7 was pre-moved. So when knight e6 was played, I'm pretty sure he thought it was check. It would have been so funny if I moved my king here. Like king g7's illegal, so yeah, thankfully I moved my queen. Yeah, he gained a second when playing knight c7. Why not take knight with rook instead of queen? Well, I was attacking queen. So, like if the king were on g7, which I'm pretty sure like we both thought, or maybe you thought the knight is somehow checking the king from e6, which it's not. Like this tactic would work. Okay, so I'm 4 out of 5. Really recovered after the first round. Nice upset, even though I don't know how much I deserve that win. I felt like I was playing decently though. A weird opening. I felt very uncomfortable after knight c3. My pieces were just on weird squares. Engine says it's fine, but I should take and then play e6. Yeah, then I was just worse. Why not knight takes e6? Let's see. I don't understand the question. Knight e6. Knight takes e6. Okay, moving on. Let's focus black again against the Grandmaster. Do I dare play the Stafford Gambit? I don't think I've encountered e4 today until now. Is it worth 1,000 bits to even try? Stafford Gambit time. Here we go. Let's see how much my opponent knows. Yeah, rook f1 is the best move. I'm in trouble. And white's like plus 1.5 here. There is some tricky business with queen h2 and g5, g4. I'm glad they're slowing down too. Bishop f3 coming. So I'm pretty sure knight h7. And then just g5, g4. That's bad for black, but it's the nature of the Stafford Gambit against a strong grandmaster. Bishop f4 might be a threat. Knight g3 could also be a threat. But maybe there's some funny idea of h4. So if I go for g5, this, h4, rook h1, take. Yeah, maybe it's worth going for. d4, bishop e7. There's also this move, which I don't think works. Oh, but I could play h4 here. h4, because rook h1, bishop f2. I'll go for it. I no longer have g4. Or do I? g4 takes. Maybe just bishop e6. I don't mind this now. Like, there's the knight's kind of weird here. I did allow knight g7, which I just completely overlooked. Knight g7, king e7, take. Opponent misses it. Bishop d4, c3. Bishop d2. Let's castle. Rook e1. No, there's still knight g7. f5 maybe. f5, knight g7. Just king b8 maybe. If they castle, I think I take on a2. Knight g7 still annoying move. Bishop d4, take. I think it's just easier to play. So this and this are my main pawn moves. White wants to trap my queen. I have this move. And then castling. g4. It's not looking great. I have this move. Try this. So I want to take. If queen takes, I win this pawn. If pawn takes, I win this pawn. Bishop g4, I have rook here threatening this. If d4... d4 might be the issue. I gotta throw the kitchen sink at my opponent. I don't think this works, but what to do? Bishop takes. Bishop takes, can I take here first? Take there, but now I have this. Doesn't work. f5? This is just bad. I tried. I really tried. I'm down a rook. what to do. At some point it felt like I had something, maybe, probably not. Like after h4 and h5, it's still just good for white. It's so sad. Still good tournament. 4 out of 6. Had to try it. Yeah, I probably had to get my queen out before it was too late. The king b8 was a small waste of time. The question, why was rook h1 not trapping the queen? Oh, thank you, Shawarma, for the effort bits.
For a good Stafford Gambit try. It was a very entertaining game to watch. Quack quack.
I was hoping for rook h1. Because originally I had looked at this line, takes. Looks like I'm queening, but there's g3 or king d2 to control h1. But rook h1 just fails to bishop f2. And the queen is escaping. Because I'll take on g3 next. So that was a small trap. But the knight turned out to be really good here. Yeah, knight g7 was best. This may have been a blind spot for my opponent. I did have some time advantage. The opponent took a lot of time after queen h2, or after queen d6, I think. And then queen h2. Yeah, I'll probably revert back to like Sicilian stuff if I encounter e4 again. I might play up again. Played 2 Grandmasters so far. Ooh. Nixon's against Min Lei. Nixon's wins, wow. That's an upset. Wait, Nixon's is having a really good tournament. 5.5 out of 6, tied with Levon Aronian. Magnus is 5 out of 6. So I'm a point behind Magnus. There's 4 perfect scores. Yeah, not the usual names on top. Like Hikaru, where's Hikaru? Hikaru also on 5 out of 6. So maybe I can catch up to Hikaru or Magnus. Next game starting soon. Our game's done. Oh, there's a couple more games going. What do you think of the ICBM trap opening for white? It can be effective at lower levels. At a certain level, it just stops working, so... I guess it can also occur from like a few different openings. It's a common tackle motif. Like from England or Tennyson Gambit. Yeah, this game could take a while. White's a higher rated player. Oh hey, thank you Mothershed. Getting merch. Getting the Do You Even Rooklift Pro tank top. Is it still tank top season? Weather's been warm in St. Louis recently. High 70s the last few days. But hoodie season is approaching, almost upon us. Or currently upon us. I'm currently wearing a hoodie. Not exactly my own merch, though. Oh yeah, it depends on what hemisphere you're into. and maybe how close you are to the equator, or if you're working out. Okay, so this is the Philidor position. The rook can stay on this rank. When the pawn moves, the rook can come from behind. Ooh, tricky. I think rook f5 was still a draw there. Okay, chess is a draw. I assume that was the last game of the round. Next game. Here we go. Okay. So I'm playing down. Bishop d6. I think bishop g3 might be a move. I'm slightly improvising here. I'm hoping we transpose into some mainline theory, which we're not. That's okay. It maybe just takes, and knight f5 might be coming. Castle first. c4. So this takes queen b6. I'm thinking queen e2 should be okay. Yeah, we might see the eventual attempt for f6 e5. f5 is a different plan. c4, take. Usually c4 is more justified once a f-pawn is moved. This might be a pawn sack, like takes. Take this way. Yeah, because takes, I'm losing d4. I was calculating takes, queen e2, knight e5. Play knight e5 immediately. Let's start with this. Yeah, I'm not sure how great this is. I control e5, e6 is backwards. So maybe there's something. The bishop side down to defending e6. Bishop b7, I have knight d7. One plan is bishop b1 to a2. Rook, okay, knight c6. I'll start with this. My mouse is... I think it's a monitor issue, actually. Let's stay focused. I'm not sure if the stream froze there, too. It's happened a few times this stream. Ay, 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 ay. I have rook d7. Okay. I'm very fortunate at that game. Like, my mouse stopped working in kind of a high pressure, time pressure moment, but I regained control. Probably after the stream, I'll reset everything, make sure the cables are properly plugged in. Thank you, late night wife alert. Happy 44 months. So I'm 5 out of 7. Let's see the status of the tournament. I'm scanning, looking for Magnus. Is Magnus still playing? He is. And he's winning. So he'll still be a point ahead of me. Wait. Mic muted. Did the mic mute for a moment? Or maybe someone's sound is not working on their end. I have had issues with the mic, like just randomly muting recently. What to do? Okay, so next game will be round 8. Caro also on 6. Yeah, still a handful of games going this round. Yeah, this freeze thing just happened again. I think it's a monitor issue. Maybe I have like too many things plugged in. I don't want to fiddle with the wiring though. Yeah, I don't think it's affecting the stream. I think what's happening is my monitor is losing responsiveness for a few seconds. Because I have a 2-monitor setup. The other monitor doesn't freeze. Anyway, okay, let's focus. Playing a strong player here. I think just h5, then b4. Have to calculate. Do I have e5? E5 doesn't quite work. Just not remembering the prep. Play h5. I probably burned too much time there. b4, knight e5, perhaps. Knight g4, rook g8, take. This might be reckless, but it's interesting. Queen d4. I want a castle. There's this bishop h6 move. I think this is a viable plan. Queen b7. Queen b7 I take and mate. His back rank is actually a little bit fragile for black. Threatening queen h7, maybe. We're threatening to take. Okay. Some e6 idea. Queen's tied down to this and this. And if rook takes queen, I take with check and then recapture. Let's go. Okay. Yeah, this is my first time ever beating this opponent. He's beat me twice online and twice over the board. But that was a nice game overall. He's able to keep the aggression. He's such a good defender too, like super resourceful. Like rook g7 looks ugly, but it did prevent my idea of queen h7. So I'm 6 out of 8. Good tournament so far. I lost the first game, and then I lost against a strong grandmaster who refuted my Stafford Gambit. Yeah, knight g6 was a nice find. If I didn't find this move, maybe I'd lose the thread. Thank you, Axton from Florida. Happy 4 years. Okay, gaining rating this tournament. Gained about 30 points. Magnus won his game, so he's on 7. I'm still a point behind him. Levon and Chess Sharks tied for first. Yeah, I'm almost certainly playing a strong player next game. I'm just scanning the 6 out of 8s, seeing who are the notable players. Chess Queen is Alexandra Kostyniuk. It's actually a decent number of FMs on 6 out of 8. My heart rate increased to 102 that game. I would have thought it would be higher that game. Like in those situations, it usually gets to at least 130. Thank you, Doc Flop. Oh, paying it forward, gifting to Koden. Okay, it was over 120. Oh, maybe 102 was a small typo. So I have a pretty good score. This is one of my best scores after 8 rounds I think I've ever had. I don't think I've ever had 7 out of 8. Maybe I've had 6 out of 8 a few times before. So I just defeated a strong IM, a young player from France, who beat me a few months ago in Buell. Also beat me a few months ago in Title Tuesday.
Eric.
Kev McGee. Happy 39 months. Yeah, let me clean up my tabs here. Just have a lot of games open. There are some Title Tuesdays I wish I would be commentating, but this is not one of them. I'm on pace for potentially my best score ever in Title Tuesday, but I'm guaranteed to play higher rate opponents next few games, so we'll see. Take it one game at a time, one move at a time. Is Levy missing? Maybe. I know Levy has a match coming up against Pia Kramling end of this month. Oh, Levy is playing. Okay. Levy's blitz rating is, yeah, like mid 2800s. He's 5 out of 8, so I'm doing decently. Jan Gustafsson is playing. I'm just realizing, I feel like I've realized this before, but like in the standings it shows usernames, but in the games it usually shows a real name. I wonder if that's intentional. Maybe unintentional. Okay, what should I do? Should I talk about my favorite Thanksgiving food or talk about all the Kramnik drama? I think there's conflicting desires in chat. Drama, of course. Food. Definitely Thanksgiving food. Looks like most people want food. Some people are fed by drama. And probably for some people, on Thanksgiving, they just consume all the Twitter drama with maybe a side of mashed potatoes and turkey. Oh yeah, Thanksgiving is not really like an international holiday though. So maybe it's not the most inclusive thing to talk about. But it's probably better than talking about something that's very divisive. You're quitting Thanksgiving, cold turkey. Oh no, my turkey. Okay, let's focus here. Emote only mode. Here we go. No Stafford Gambit. We'll play a proper opening. Everyone's playing this G3 line. Queen D3. Some wrinkle. I don't know the theory here. I mean,
Go, Eric.
maybe just
go.
H6 first. Maybe we'll transpose. I feel like I'm going to end up sacking the d-pawn. Although maybe I'll end up playing king e7. It is slightly awkward. Yeah, I think I just mishandled this. King e7, e5, take, queen b4. I lose b7, it's not good. I play e5, take, king e7. Let's try this. I want to go for positional compensation. F4 could be an issue. F4 might actually be a huge issue. I might have this move, then takes, and then knight d7. Maybe I stay alive, but then knight d5. Oh, that's smart. Or is it takes? Wait, what? Knight d5? Interesting. I feel like that was unnecessary. It might be good for white, but I feel like I have a sense of hope. Wait a minute. Knight b6, bishop g4. Rook c6. Am I surviving? I don't understand this game. f3, rook c6, rook d8, king g7. Yeah, the knight's still hanging. c2 is hanging. That's still tricky. Takes. Rook c4 maybe? Okay, the king should go to d6 probably. I'm going for h4. I worried about this move. Might have this move. I have rook g4 here. Rook g4, king f2, e4. Oh, I dropped my rook, but I have this move maybe. Completely forgot about bishop h3. e3 should save me. Oh man. Yeah, e3, e2 is maybe some idea. Bishop e2 is coming. Not meant to be. What to do? Crazy game. May have had chances somewhere. Taking the pawn doesn't work because bishop f5. Yeah, I should have played king e7 here. And then maybe I'm actually winning the pawn. But yeah, once bishop e8 happens, it's not that good for black. Good game though, good fight. I definitely went wrong in the opening. Maybe should have started with d6. Maybe h6 wasn't necessary. Engine likes knight g4. Okay, 6 out of 9. Still a good tournament. Yeah, there was definitely some miscalculation. Like I was much, much worse. And then, yeah, white probably assumed that knight b6 is winning back material and missed bishop g4 and rook c6. Yeah, black was better, but not by much. Taking was wrong. It did feel like eventually I have to take, though. What's the threat of this? Like f5? Maybe it's a better version. Okay, next game. I'm playing Duda. Playing Duda? What? Okay, zippity Duda. Here we go. I don't think I've ever played Duda. Probably one of the strongest GMs I've never played. I have a modern again. Knight c6. I mean, I think d5 is like principled here. Wow. What is Judah doing? 92. And this should be decent. e5 I probably en passant. Knight f4. Wait, take. I've taken bishop e5. Probably not. e5 take. g3 doesn't work. I'm weirdly uncomfortable. I don't know what to do here. Somehow he tricked me. I think I'll play queen d3. Try to castle. If ever e5, I have knight d5. Maybe setting up this. He might go for this stuff. So if I take rook d1. Doesn't look terrible. If bishop g7, I might have e5. Because bishop e5, queen b5. There's queen a5, though. Take. Try it. Oh, queen a5, I have queen b5. Maybe we trade. It's probably not great for me. Maybe a f4 first. Maintain the thing. Queen h4, I have g3. That's a move. Knight e4. G3 doesn't work. Oh, Queen E4 also doesn't work. I think I have to go to the endgame. I burned a lot of time. At least it's playable. Maybe Rook G4 was better there. Bishop D3 and Rook H4 is one idea. E5 might be coming. I'll tickle the pawn. Yeah, my pieces are not great. The king here. Maybe G4. Gotta try something. So bishop c6, rook g1. Takes, I take. Not sure what to expect here. That's a move. Bishop e8. Have to play this. Rook h8, I have rook h5. No! I walked into a fork. Good move. Two things are hanging though. He saves everything. And mates me. Ouch. I got crushed by Duda. Yeah, that went downhill quickly. I thought I was surviving though. I was happy with his G4 move. This pawn maybe was slightly poisonous. Yeah, even in a long game, I don't know if I would find knight e4. Black just has so much play with f-pawn. Yeah, bishop d3 is hard to play with 8 seconds left. Interesting opening. It's a cool idea to play. Like to induce d5, play knight d4. Engine likes h4 here. Yeah, maybe I tried too hard to do things to the knight. I think when I took on Positional, I didn't realize that the pawn could take back supporting the knight. And then I just didn't know what to do. I want to play g3, but it gets mated. Queen d2 is probably more natural. Do you have g5 on move 22? Let's see. I briefly considered it, and then I realized bishop takes g5 is check, and I lose a rook. So, yeah, that's why I played rook h3. There is another weird tactic. I forget where, though. Oh, yeah, here. I actually briefly, considered it. But the best move is to take. And then if I play the natural-looking rook g1 to pin the pawn, and it looks like I'm going to win back a pawn, black has bishop g5 check, unpinning the pawn and winning the rook. Winning rook for bishop. So, yeah, taking was possible. He started with check. Still played pretty well. Okay, still cool to play one of these super top GMs. Now this is the final game. If I have a chance, I'll play the Stafford. Not sure if the challenge is still open, but there's really nothing to lose. We have a queen's pawn. Queen's Gambit. Exchange. I'll play my usual bishop d6 line. Yeah, queen c2 is tricky because h6 takes in knight d5. But we do transpose. For here, there's knight f3 or knight e2. There's a nice trap if castling I take on h2. Still some theory. Castling, I play h5. I prepared this about 1.5 years ago for a tournament game. I think h3 is a typical move. I still can play h4. If knight f5, I play knight h5, defending the pawn. There's cases where the knight just gets stuck on f5. And this is pretty much the extent of my prep. It might go a little bit deeper, like knight h5 and g5. Some ideas. I think objectively it's equal. Sometimes white will go for the minority attack. Going for e4 perhaps. Do you have knight g5? It's still e4. Interesting. I'm thinking if e4 I play queen g5. I'm trying to target some of the things in white's position. I have queen g5 here. Queen g5 f4, I move back. Looks okay. Almost some tactics with this. Takes, and then e3 and h3 are hanging. c5 is maybe a move to consider. g6 improving, move b5 is a move. I want to do something here, but might just have to be patient. Play b5. Just creating the resource of b4. Knight f6. c5. Okay, maybe bishop d7 and c5. Defend b5. Knight g5 is coming. Yeah, knight g5 is a little bit unpleasant. c5 or c5, knight g4, queen h8. I have knight f6 here. Now with knight g4, I just take it. This is round 11, right? Yeah, okay. So take. I think c4 is the principal move. I wanted to play b4 there, but f3 is coming. I think now I go for this. It's a pawn sack. Try and target b2. I have knight f4 almost works. Knight f4 might be playable. Takes, 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 knight h5. I'm gonna go for it. This is hard to defend g3. 92 I take. Wow. What's this move? I don't know what to do. Okay. What to do? Good game. That was a very good fight. I went a little bit crazy with the sack. Opponent found a great move, 94. Which maybe is still good for black, but I couldn't figure it out given the time situation. Okay, maybe I should just trade queens and then play this endgame. Go after b2. So I finished with 6 out of 10, or 6 out of 11, which is slightly disappointing because I started 6 out of 8. I lost the last 3 in a row. But still a good tournament overall. Got to play Duda, got to play a bunch of like 2,900 plus rated players. Yeah, this sack was fine, but there were a lot of playable moves. Oh, knight d4 also transposes. My original plan was to use a b file, but I took a different direction. Wow, so actually like very clean play from the opponent. Around here, yeah, I basically just lost the thread in time trouble, allowing knight d6, and it just got really bad. Queen b8 pins a knight, but then allows queen takes d5. Okay. A fun tournament. Let's see who's on top. Denlaz. And Nicholas Theodoru. And Magnus. And Levon Aronian. Wow. Levon making use of his off day at the US Championships. Hikaru with 9 out of 11. I think Duda was somewhere there. So, I'm going to wrap things up momentarily. I'll probably be back for the Title Tuesday this afternoon, which starts in about 3 hours and 45 minutes. There's a question about what the tiebreak is. Yeah, the number next to the score is, I think, based on how the opponents of that player did. So if you combine, in this case, Nico Theodoru won. So if you combine all of his opponent's scores, you'll get 79. So it just means that he played like stronger competition. It's not the fairest type of tiebreak because you don't really control who you play or how your opponents do, but it's something. Magnus takes second. Thanks everyone for watching. I appreciate all the people tuning in, all the support.